It's been a month since I've been gone. It's been a month too long since you have graced me with your presence. I smell your scent on every single shirt I wear. I found pieces of your hair stuck to my suitcase.
So you have to introduce yourself.
I am Dave Melillo. I sing and I play guitar and I do backflips. No, I don't. Okay, just lying.
How long have you been playing music?
I've been singing since I was a little kid. I started primarily doing like musical theater and stuff like that in high school, and then when I moved down to Florida when I was 12, and that's when I started playing guitar. I played bass in a band for a long time. I started picking up piano and all that. So I mean, playing music and writing songs, it's been about 7 years, 7 or 8 years.
Okay, seems like you're really open with your lyrics. Are they all based on experience you've had?
Mostly. If it's not a direct experience that I've had, it's an experience that my friends have had, or something that I kind of perceive in the world in passing. You know, it's really when you're only writing about your experiences, it's kind of hard. Sometimes you come up short with material because I can only experience so much. But you know, like when I look around and I see other people, you can comment on what they're doing and kind of come up with some more stuff. You know?
How easy or hard is it to come up with lyrics?
It really depends on the situation. I mean, the way that I write lyrics, I usually like to come up with a solid like line that I like to write about. I mean, I guess I can go into like how I believe songwriting works. I believe like there's like some other like little fairy or something that like beams like ideas into my head. I know that seems really weird. Not a fairy, but like a really burly man. But anyway, like it just comes from another place. So with lyrics, I really like to have something come naturally and then kind of build off that, if you know what I mean.
What's your favorite song to play live?
Sam's song is definitely my favorite song. It's vocally is it fits me really well, and just everyone seems to be into it. Either that or Nights, because everyone sings along. That's really fun.
Since you were previously in Cuba before, what was it like going from solo to full band solo?
Like back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really frustrated doing my solo thing back when I joined Q, so it was a deliverance for a while. But then I remembered why I wasn't in a band at the end of it. I mean, it's really hard to have your ideas compromised and to have to put up with other people and their attitudes and their personalities. And so that's why I ultimately decided to go back to doing what I do. Because I mean, like, you saw what I did tonight. I can't just stop and ask people like what they want to hear when I'm in, you know, a band. No comment, but I'm just saying I have a lot more freedom doing what I do now, and I appreciate it.
So you prefer solo?
I definitely prefer solo.
That was the next question. Who are your influences?
Influences. I mean, when I first started out writing music, I was a big fan of like bands like The Starting Line, Dashboard Confessional, Stray Light Run, Taking Back Sunday, and then like when I got a little bit older, I started listening to Bruce Springsteen and the Beach Boys and Billy Joel and a little bit more classic artists to kind of get a well-rounded, you know, approach to songwriting. You know? Nope.
My brother's in a band.
Oh yeah? So you get the spiel probably all the time.
What image do you think your music conveys to your fans?
I feel like I've never been very image heavy. I feel like it's just been about, I mean, I feel like I'm just that guy that shows up at the party with the guitar and is playing and everyone sings along. Like that's kind of how I always was in high school. I'm just very relaxed and I'm just here to make music for people. And I hope that people recognize that and work off of it.
And what are your hopes for your musical career?
I mean, my goal is to sell 1 million records. That's what I wish for every time it's 11/11, or you know what I mean? And so that's what I really want to do. And hopefully I'll get there one day. But I mean, really, at the end of the day, I'd just like to be able to do this until I die, whether it be sooner or later. So if that happens, I'll be a very happy kid.
And I have 10 questions.
Go for it.
Okay. Allie from Maryland would like to know, do you think Nocturnal Me will be as successful or better, like even more successful than Q?
It's really hard to say because it's going to be very different. I mean, right now it's kind of in the same vein as Q because that's just where we are transitionally, but it's definitely going to progress into something a lot more technical. Like, we started that band because we were playing with Q and everything was just so much the same and it wasn't going anywhere. We want to make music that is that's like on the forefront of what's going on with music and kind of special. So I really hope it's more successful than Q, but I mean we're not measuring it that way, you know. You guys are crazy.
Was my favorite band forever. Oh my god.
It's not a bad thing. I mean,
I
it's
was
great.
devastated when you guys broke up. And then when Tom left, I had a meltdown. He was like my best friend.
I know, Tom. I mean, there was just too much turnover in that band, and it wasn't what it was when it started.
Oh no, I know the whole story. I'm
Yeah.
like Tom's cousin. The
So
whole friend thing.
yeah, you know exactly what's going on. It's just really hard to like keep a band together after all that happens. And I mean, again, there's a lot that I could say about it, but I'm kind of over it at this point, you know.
Kelsey from Mississippi wants to know what was your passion when you
What was it
were
again?
younger.
I mean, this is it, man. I would go around the house singing New Kids on the Block songs or like Boyz II Men song. Yeah, the right stuff. I mean, there's pictures, I mean, video of me standing in front of like the TV trying to dance with Donnie Wahlberg. You know what I mean? Like with the hat, you know how to do the little hat tricks? Yeah, I was trying. Like when I'm like 2 or 3 years old. So I mean, this is it.
Katie from Wisconsin wants to know why you cut your hair, if
Why?
you miss it.
No, and I cut my hair because I needed to go through like a spiritual transformation. And so, I don't know, I just, it's really weird. Again, I'm a weird person, but the way that Native Americans felt like your memories were stored in your hair. And so if you cut it off, you kind of went through a transformation or like started over. So that's kind of what I was going with that.
Janelle from Florida would like to know.
It's warm.
It is warm. How does it feel to be back out on the road again?
It's great. I mean, it's everything that I could hope for. And Straight Outta Run was one of my favorite bands when I was a teenager. So it just makes it that much better that I'm able to like tour with people who influenced me. It makes me feel like everything's coming full circle, which is a great thing.
And Mickey from Massachusetts wants to know if you could tour with anyone alive or dead, who would it be?
Incubus.
Your dream tour.
Incubus.
Your dream tour.
Like
so,
with like a lineup?
Yeah.
It would be Bruce Springsteen headlining, Incubus, and like Dashboard Confession.
and then just opening.
Yep, and us opening. Exactly. That would be the best ever.
That's it.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.